Welcome back to The Long Game. This is where I document process, of which the trading, the discipline, everything in public. Let's get into the day. Today's lesson will be about execution and about patience. It's Monday, it's the 5th of January, and the market is open again. And I had a little surprise waiting for me when I woke up this morning. So I placed a trade on Friday evening. And you could say that placing a trade on a Friday evening, knowing what the macros are of the economy, knowing what is going on in, for instance, Venezuela, it might not be a smart thing to do. And you live and you learn. I woke up and indeed the trend reversed on gold, is what I'm specifically talking about. It made a double top. It looked promising. It seemed to be going for a lower low. And then when I woke up, I saw the CME gap was to the upside. And we had actually a very nice bullish trend forming in the day. So it sucks because you have your execution, you have your patience. But when do you do what? You wait for an entry, you observe. Let's see if I can pick up gold, put it in front of me actually, because I believe it was clearly visible on the 1 hour chart, for instance, as well. You see something happening and you see a execution plan. You have your rules. You are sticking to it. So you have to play it out. You have to follow your execution. And what I had in the beginning a lot is that when I would wait and be patient, because patience happens before the trade, it's that you're just waiting for an opportunity to take that trade. And it's exciting, sometimes a bit annoying, but it's exciting because you want it to go to that level. So when it finally is at that level, I also noticed that emotions actually do rile up a bit because of the excitement. So for me to be able to witness also that when you are being patient and you get to it, that to stay out of emotions and to stay level-headed and to have that execution, to have those rules to listen to, is a very nice tool to have in your artillery. It's the work you do when you're not in a position. That is the patience of it. And honestly, the waiting for the location, for it to come to, and seeing it not happen, or it won't happen for a long time. For instance, look at Bitcoin. I've been waiting for that 95K target for a long time. And it has been consolidating for such a long time. If I would quickly pick up the 4 hour chart of Bitcoin, I also see that it is now entering the range again where it started the 17th of November, where constantly I was looking to see it breaking above 95K so that it would trade around the range of 100K to like 106-ish. So let's see if that plays out. Let's see if this ages well or not. It's taking such a long time. And then it's so important to have the context, to know why you're waiting, to really understand why you need to be patient. And yeah, sure, you can trade still if you scalp some here and there and make some profit if you know what you're doing. But in my opinion, it's way more rewarding to have your setup that you're working on, because I would recommend focusing on one thing, for instance, on one trading technique, and really perfect it so that you completely understand it. It's so important that you are patient for that. And the thing is that patience is all fun and games until you get to the moment. to the execution part. And execution is not bravery. Execution is mechanical trust. Execution is understanding when your patience have paid off and you have that opportunity, and to not rush that opportunity. Because I also got very excited at the beginning when trading. When you are waiting patiently, you watch all the videos, all these hours. Shout out to TGR. When starting with trading as well, I was also observing how he was trading with the Nasdaq and the S&P, and looking at the SMT divergences and everything. Patience was one of the first things, I would say, getting into my regime, and waiting for that setup, and having a certain window of time after New York Open to get into it. You need to wait first a little bit, and I'll be like, but I'm already seeing things. I think I'm already seeing things happening of the rules to follow. So maybe I should take it. Well, funny enough, I had a couple times where I did see an A+ setup, and it did work out, and it was before TGR normally would recommend to trade, even though he also trades himself sometimes off of it without his own rules. Which I'm like, better watch it, because those are not your own rules, sir. So it's funny to see that emotions, even in the heat of the moment, for an experienced trader, is really difficult. And you cannot take this serious enough. I'm telling you. Okay, so now I have to make another segment. I watched podcasts as well of Titans of Tomorrow, and he has discussions as well about the psychology part, and about the mechanical part, the execution part, the rules, being rule-based. And there's like, sometimes they say it's more psychological than it is technical. Sometimes they say the technical, but you need a proper strategy, or else you can't even make a proper trade, because then you're just guessing. So yet again, a very important nuance. And with that, you cannot take it seriously enough. The psychological part, even with professional traders, even with successful traders, even with influencers who are trading and showing it, and he does live trading as well. I think he did again one today or yesterday or something. I saw it come by, I believe. It's important. It's really important to keep your emotions out. And this is something I will talk about later, about the psychological part of trading. But it's something I would, it came in my mind. So that's why I'm talking about it. And the execution thing, because rules do remove emotion. If you have your rules and you know which steps to follow, you already take out maybe a little voice in your head that is telling you like, hey, but this is looking juicy, this is looking bad, should I do it? Oh, I should do it. By implementing the rules, you create a certain set of confidence in yourself that really, really works. But then you need to again also think about what kind of rules you have, because you could also have analysis paralysis, where you do way too much, and this is again where execution comes in hand, because it just allows you to remove uncertainty, and that's just great. So would I recommend having a checklist? When looking at the steps of TGR, I had a checklist, which it did work, because it doesn't move as fast as gold, for instance. Sometimes it moves quite fast, but gold is another beast to tame in that regard, I noticed. Also in a fun way, also volume-wise, very nice. That checklist is nice, because a checklist allows you to literally, what I had was an Excel sheet, and I would have the chart open, TradingView, and then have my phone ready to place the trade, and have my Excel sheet also where I journaled everything. I will probably in the future show the Excel sheet what I had. So I can also journal about it, look back at it, see if there is certain points where it overlaps so that I can perfect my strategy to make my win rate higher. It was nice, and it was doable to do with a checklist. What I noticed with gold is I am looking more at trend lines right now, and some support resistance, I would say, but mostly trend lines. I noticed that I rather work with the liquidity levels of it, and it's moving fast. So hey, I see a reaction off of it. There's a retest, so I trade it and just put a stop loss at a certain liquidity level. Also something I will talk about later. Which seem to be working faster pace. There's no need for a checklist really. But what is important is to then start journaling and to see what kind of emotions came to play when looking at this. Because I do notice that sometimes greed would take over, and then the execution happens too fast. And I think if you're being patient for such a long time, and the price does finally reach your zone that you want to be in, there is a chance you might freeze or rush. And this is such an important pivot. And it's a handoff point. And if you hesitate there, you basically ruin that delicious golden opportunity. Notice this for yourself. Try to take a look at, hey, what is happening within me? And in the heat of the moment, if you're practicing at the beginning, you're a beginner trader, take your time, small lot sizes, so that you risk just a couple bucks, but journal about it. Figure out what it is that is holding you back from becoming profitable, because this way you can recognize it, and when you start recognizing it, you can start acting on it, and when you start acting on it, you master it, and when you master it, you remove that equation from your trading odds. That, with rule-based execution, with the right amount of patience to wait for your rules to play out, I would say will make you a profitable trader. So yeah, I would say that is it for today. Stay cautious. It's still the early of January, so price action might be still a bit iffy, but like my previous video, I'm excited for this year. Let's make it happen. And if this was useful for you, feel free to subscribe. I'm documenting everything as I go, because this is the long game.